Curly.
Afternoon viewers, welcome to the grand final in the big game in Rarotonga. We're just going to pause for the national anthem. Welcome to our grand final. That's our national anthem. This is going to be a big game today. We've got number 1 and number 2 in the competition. It's the Sea Eagles and the Tupapa Panthers. They played in the grand final last year, and this is a repeat. Last year the Tupapa Panthers were the minor premiers. This year the Sea Eagles unbeaten. Haven't lost a game. They've had a couple of close games, but this is going to be a cracker of a game. We've got our Cook Island referee from New Zealand, and we're going to have a really top game of football. In the earlier games, Ararangi's won the under-16s and the under-19s grand finals, and yesterday the Bulldogs won the B-grade competition. But we've just got a few formalities to get around here today, and then we'll be off very shortly. Rochelle's our referee, and this is going to be a great game of football. It's a beautiful afternoon in Rarotonga. It's nice and cool. There's a bit of a wind blowing. There's a lot of cloud cover, so it won't be too hot. But the Sea Eagles have just been on fire all year. They've just done so well. The PNG players are they're the pick of the game. And before the game starts, I just want to send a cheerio out to the Avanaf Fishing Club. They're in one of the outer islands, and no doubt they'll be watching it on the internet. And good luck to you boys. Hope you catch a lot of fish. And I know you're all Sea Eagles supporters, so we'll see how the Sea Eagles go. I think this is going to be a lot closer than what people think. Everybody's expecting a big win from the Sea Eagles, but the Panthers are a very proud club, and they've got a great team. It's nearly the same team as last year for both teams, so it's going to be a cracking game. It'll be who makes the least mistakes. It'll be the winner of this game. And they're introducing the players at the moment. These are the Tupapa Panthers, and you can hear it from the PA system.
6 2 7
Shaden Marnie's the only change in the Panthers team. He's a former Sea Eagles player. He's a Cook Islander, brilliant little player. He's an opportunity player. If something comes up, he'll be off. He's very, very quick, makes some very good decisions, and they just need him in the team to combat these 3 PNG players who just play with anticipation in their game. So it'll be an interesting game. The Panthers have got their strongest team and their strengths in their wingers. Rudy Sipper and my favourite footballer, Joe Vasissi or CO on the upper wing, and I think that's a big advantage for the Panthers. If they can play it out wide, I'm sure they'll do really well in the outside the players. But we're going to be off very shortly. The referee's there. She's explaining the rules to the two captains. She's a no-nonsense referee. She'll keep the 10 metres. And the good thing about this game is all the players respect her, and that's been one of our big problems in our rugby league. Normally, there's a lot of arguments, fighting and going on between the players and the referee. But this young lady is just a credit to the Cook Islands, and she's a top-class referee, so I don't think you'll have any arguments with the referee. She'll do a good job, and this game's going to be on for young and old very shortly, and I'm looking forward to it. And before the game starts, I just want to thank our sponsors before the game starts. And I want to thank Raro Cars for coming on board to be the 2019 Cook Island Rugby League sponsor for the competition. And for us, we got PTS Plumbing, Origin Gas, the Tupapa Centre, Kiarana FM 89.5 on the radio. But I just want to thank Don Carlaw and his team from Raro Cars because they've come on board and they've been an asset to the Cook Island Rugby League competition. They're sponsoring the games, and we need sponsors in the game. And the Sea Eagles are going to be kicking off. They're going to be going left to right as you watch it on the camera. And I hope you're picking up the live stream because we've put a lot of time in to get this right. And I want to thank Blue Star, especially Tofi and the boys, because we've had a lot of problems with it. And they've fixed it up for us, so we'll see how it all goes. But there's a couple of players. His big hooky brings the ball up. He's 25 metres out. He's been met by Ben and George. And it'll be a good, clean game, this one. But it'll get a bit wobbly early in the game. Yeah. That's the beauty of the referee. She's not going to put up with any rubbish. She'll set the tone of the game early. And the players will know, right, well, we're not allowed to muck around in the play the ball, and we're going to have a good, fast game here today. He hasn't made much ground on the kick, but it's not a matter of making ground, it's a matter of hanging on to the ball. Go, Henry. And that's Henry, our centre. He's a good, strong footballer. He's over the halfway mark. Let's go, Rudy. Peter Masters and George are the tacklers, and they're all offside, referee, and he's knocked the ball on. And that's the sort of mistake you can't have in this game. But Henry's knocked the ball, he's just lost control of it. So we've got a scrum going down just short of a halfway line. It's going to be a Sea Eagles scrum and feed, and the Sea Eagles have just been playing great football. Ben's the halfback, you'll know him, he's got an orange headgear on, and boy, he's a nifty little player. The lock is Stanley, the other PNG boy. And it hasn't gone in. She's not happy with the scrum. And she's telling them to stay in the scrum till the ball's out because the Panther front rower was off. Stanley's got the ball again. That's out to Mel. They've dropped the ball back. That's to Daniel. This is shaken. He's been tackled. Sarevi's the main tackler, and off they go. Here comes Big Si. Si's been the most underrated player in this Sea Eagles comp. He's a great footballer. This is big hit there. That's Stanley to Mel. Mel's a big, hard player, but she's going to give a penalty. And Rungy, the Panthers know they've got to get stuck into these Sea Eagles blokes. They just can't let them run because they'll run all over them. So it's going to be a good, tough game, and I hope it stays nice and clean. So the Sea Eagles are going to have a penalty tap, 20 metres out. This will be the first test for the Panthers. And here they come. Here goes Big Si again. He's a great footballer, this boy. He's been brought down 10 metres out. Quick play the ball out to Big Andrew. He's 5 metres out. Got plenty of tackles up their sleeve. Ben's on the right side. They've come to Ben. That's George. He's trying to go push himself over, but they're strong in the defence. Out they come. That's Ben's got the ball. He's running the ball. That's Daniel. Got it out wide. That's shaken. The great run, but they're being caught. 15 metres out. We've got a big crowd in. There's Big Si again. He's close to going over. They're holding him up. He's been pushed back short of the line. Last tackle coming up. The dummy half's gone. It's going to be a changeover. I should have mentioned it. It's a changeover. We've got a huge crowd here today. Most of the people in the shaded area, which is the stand where we broadcast from. The hill's got a lot of people over there, but they're all under the palm trees and the coconut trees. But the place to be is in the stand. This is nice and cool. And we're in for a great afternoon of football here today. Here they come. This is big Eric. Eric's as big as a house, and Andrew's got hold of him and thrown him to the ground with the assistance from Mark Tuati. Big Thomas. Thomas is an ex-Sea Eagle player, and he'd love to beat the Sea Eagles today. They got the ball out wide. That's Shaden. Lost the ball. The penalty to Panthers. The late hit on the Panther player. She's indicated there was a shoulder in the tackle. But the players will soon learn that she's not going to put up with any rubbish. She's calling out Mel. Mel's saying, "Hey, sorry, boss, I shouldn't have done that." But she's not going to muck around with anybody here. She'll referee to the limit of the rules. And she wants a clean, hard, fast game, and I'm sure she's told the captains that. And it's the grand final, so it's going to be a tough game. That's Shaden's kicking for the line. Great kick, 40 metres out. And this is the Panthers' first intrusion into the Sea Eagles half. That's Henry's off again. Oh, I didn't like the way he put his knee up. But Peter Masters has got hold of him, and Alan Toe. There's Rudy. Rudy will run the ball. He's a good hard runner, Rudy. George is over the top. Mark Tuati was the main tackler. Turned it inside. That's a good run there. That's Hookie. Tabita's thrown a dummy. Oh, lucky to pick the ball up. Turn it inside. Here's Rudy. Rudy's off. Rudy's just been dropped short of a line. They got the ball. It's gone to nobody. Shaden's got the ball. Shaden will put a kick up. He's put a kick up. It's been recovered. That's Jaden. Joanne, sorry. And the crowd's getting right into this. They're 20 metres out. Quick play the ball. Oh, they've hit him. That's Stanley. There's 3 Panthers in the tackle. Out they come. They're 40 metres out. They're doing it tough. But this is what the Panthers have got to do. They've got to move up and try and stop these blows on the advantage line. Jawan's put a kick in. It's gone to Rudy. He's a great runner, this boy. He's straight into it. Peter Masters has got him. And they've put him down. George is over the top. And here we go. This is Tua. Tua's through. Tua's off. Ben's still going, but there's nobody with him. 20 metres out. Quick play the ball. They've got to go to the right. There's plenty of men out there. It's Tori. Shaden's got the ball. He's turned it inside. Mel's over the top. They're 15 metres out. The Panthers, they're on the attack. They've gone back on the inside. They've been dropped 10 metres out and lost the ball. It's a knock on. But this is going to develop into a great game of football, this, because you can see both teams want to run the ball. They both want to run the ball all over the field. And we've got the right referee for this sort of game. And we're going to have a scrum going down 30 metres out. It's going to be a Sea Eagles scrum and feed. The Panthers aren't going to lie down for the Sea Eagles. The Sea Eagles are favourites to win the game, but they're going to have to earn the win. That's the Sea Eagles scrum and feed. Out it comes. That's Alan Toa, but he shouldn't be there. He's got other blokes to do that. Stanley's got the ball out. This is Jawan. He's a good footballer, Jawan. Oh, there's a late tackle coming in. That was Hookie. Good tackle, Rungy. They're standing up to the challenge, and Eric was in the tackle also. Big kick. Oh, Tua's missed it. But he's a good footballer too. He'll take his time. There's a line of maroon. There's nobody up there. But here they go. This is Shaden. Shaden will run the ball. Rudy wants it. Here's Theo or Jova Sissy. And they know he's a danger man. They're all offside. Right. The referee's ruling there's a foul in the play the ball area. So that's Shaden's kicked. He's got the ball to the halfway line. And this game is only just beginning. There's a long way to go. Oh, solid tackle. You can see the hair flowing. That's Andrew. That's Shaden's throwing dummies to everybody. He's Rungy's off. He runs sideways too often for me. He's a great footballer, Rungy. He's 40 metres out from the Seagulls try line. Tavita's got the ball. He's got it out wide. There's a big dummy. 40 metres out. He wants a quick play to ball, and off they go. Here they go. They're running everywhere. Tom's got the ball. He's spun. George has been the main tackler. 30 metres out. They've got plenty of players out wide. Here goes big Eric. Eric's a huge man. Andrew George is over the top. He makes sure everybody feels their tackle. There's an up and under. Everybody's going to let it bounce. And it's going to be changeover. The Sea Eagles were smart there. They didn't attack the ball, so they waited for it to bounce onto the ground. Oh, a little bit of a hiccup there. Great tackle. That's Tainer Savage. That's Stanley. He's lost the ball. Play on. Play on. Here we go. Henry's got the ball. He's looking for help. He's got Rudy. Rudy's been dropped. Got a huge crowd in the stand. It's hard to see what's going on. Out they come to Ori. Here goes Tom. Tom only knows one thing, straight up the middle. He's 5 metres out. They got a big overlap to the right if they can get the ball out wide. Shaden's looking for somebody to run onto the ball. They got the ball away and off they go. It's Rungy. Rungy's over. He's been dropped short of a line. He's probably fidged a bit of time over there. He's been pulled down. So they got a penalty. It's all Panthers at the moment. They're going to take a tap.
Take the shot, boys.
They should take a kick for goal. Points are invaluable in the grand final, and these 2 points will win the final, the grand final. But while that kick's being taken, I just want to thank our sponsors. And I want to thank especially Blue Sky for helping us get the Wi-Fi set up, the hotspot here. And Rarocast for sponsoring the competition. And our sponsors for the game is PTS Plumbing, Origin Gas, the Tupapa Centre. They've all been with us all year and we thank them very much. And Kiarana 89.5 on the FM dial. And Andrew George has been substituted. I wouldn't be taking him off. When he's playing good football like he is, I would leave him on. But there we've got a kick going up. And the CU are bringing on Michael 2. So it's going to be on for young and old.
Right there, too.
Tori's the goal kicker, the main goal kicker. He's a good kicker.
The same spot there. Everyone listening to us to jump in.
Taking his time, he knows the 2 points are important. And he's never looked like missing. He missed last week's game. He had a touch of a dengue fever and he's telling me he lost 7 kilos in weight. But he's back on the field and he's a very strong, tough footballer. We've got a long way to go. It's 2-0. 2-0 to the Panthers. There, here we go. The Sea Eagles. That's Joanne's going to take the kick. Good footballer, Joanne. He's over from the Gold Coast with his 2 brothers. High kick.
On the full twos.
And they're going to, well taken by Tori. Tori is a real professional footballer. Ben's the tackler and Alan Toe. Out it comes, there's Hookie. Hookie's one of the unsung heroes in the Panthers. He just turns up every week. And you need players like him. There goes the other stalwart, Tom. Tom turns up, plays a good game every week. You can rely on him. And here we go. Oh, big tackle. Big tackle. That's from Stanley. There's a bit of pushing and shoving. And they're going out wide. They've lost the ball. It comes up halfway line. It's a Sea Eagle ball. Oh, great run, great run. That was, here they go, here goes, oh, big Mel. It's 100 mile an hour. Great run, Mel. Runs like a runaway truck, that man. Oh, there's another big hit from Tom and Eric. 30 metres out. But they've got to stop the Sea Eagles from running because they're making too much ground when they're taking the ball up. Big Mark Tuardi's got the ball. And that's what you got to do. Try and stop them before they get a bit of momentum up because they're big men. They've gone to the blind side. Stanley's thrown a big out. That's Daniel's ball. And there's Cy. And Cy, I'm an admirer of Cy, but he's got terrible hands, and they had a big overlap to Sea Eagle. And if you rush him, you can force him into mistakes. And then he'll lose confidence in what he's doing, and that's what the Panthers have got to do. They've just got to keep putting the pressure on these Sea Eagles for the whole game. So we've got a scrum going down 30 metres out. It's a Panthers scrum and feed, and the Panthers will be very safe. They'll just pass the ball out. Joe Vasissi's moved in. He hasn't got the ball. But they'll just run the ball out to the halfway and try and take some ground down the other end of the field. The big run.
Redemption, let's go.
They're 40 metres out. There's Hookie. Hookie's a great footballer. He played for the Sea Eagles for a long time. Ben was down the bottom in the tackle. Mark Tuardi was over the top. As Shaden's got the ball out the tour, he's thrown a big dummy, but nobody fell for it. Peter Masters and George wasn't square then, referee. And that's Tua. Tua's just dawdled in the spot there. It's Tavita's got the ball. There's Shaden's put the big kick up. They're all on side. It's going to put pressure on everybody. They've come up with the ball. They've dropped it. It's play on. So it's a changeover. The Panthers knocked it on in the air. So we're going to change over to Sea Eagles ball. And Devon Mitchell's coming on for the Sea Eagles. He's a good hard runner, Devon. It's not fancy, but he's a good tough footballer. Now they're going to their big men's side again. He's off. They've just got him, and Eric's got hold of him. Luckily, that was going to be danger for the Panthers. You let Cy run like that, he's going to cause a lot of trouble to you. So they're 30 metres out. They've got plenty of tackles up their sleeve. Cy's off again. You've got to try and force Cy into mistakes because he loses confidence in himself. Oh, the dummy half's off. They've put the kick in. It's play on. The Panthers have got the ball. It's a good little move from Stanley, the dummy half. Here's Joe Vasissi. They got hold of him. Out they come is Rungy. Rungy was in all sorts of trouble last week, and it's a dedication to his fitness to be out. He was battered last week. Oh, there's an unusual tackle, that one. Here we go, Tori's got the ball out. Here's Tua. Tua's got a bit of a march here. He's got the ball away. That's Rudy. Rudy's off. He's been tripped over and Ben's cleaned him up. They want a quick play the ball. They're all offside to Sea Eagles. Last tackle. Tori knows they're offside. He's put the kick up, but the wind's caught the ball. And Henry's got the ball, but it's going to be a changeover. So it's a changeover. 30 metres out, 20 metres out from the Seagulls try line. And she says, I haven't told you to play the ball yet. So Ben's going to play the ball. Allen's got the dummy and he's off again. And they've dragged him backwards. Henry got hold of him. And Hookie, there's George. George, a good running forward, George. Play anywhere in the team. He's on the 30-metre mark. Here they come, is Devon. Oh, he's run into a wall of black. And they've hit him with everything. Tainer Savage was the main tackle, and there's Eric over the top. Great football, the Sea Eagles. That was Mel. He's a hard man, Mel. Oh, they're gone out wide. They've just got hold of him. And this is the Sea Eagles at their brilliant best. And the Sea Eagles are starting to complain. He's put in a little chip. And it's come up.
That's the one, Babasio.
And they've come up with the ball, the Panthers. Oh, there's Tua. They've got hold of him, but he's got the ball away. There's Tua, but Tuori, but there's nobody with him. He's 40 metres out. This is going to develop into a good game of football. This Rudy's looking for the ball. He's going to go through a whole team here one day. Mel and George was the main tacklers. This Tainer. Tainer's going, there's nobody with him. The Panthers have got to run with the ball carrier. You just can't leave these blokes one out. Here goes, here's Rungy, a great run. 30 metres out, last tackle. They've got her on the fly. Shaden's put a kick in. He's picked it up. He's got the ball out wide. They got it out. That's Tainer's. He's put a little kick over the top, but it's been, they've got hold of him. It's the Sea Eagles ball, 10 metres out. This is being played at a very high speed. They're into it. You can see the intensity in the tackles. It's really strong football out there. You score a try in this half, you'll be playing good football. Big George wants the ball. Here he goes. He says, give me the ball, I'll run it up. He's got through the first two, but they got hold of him. Big tackle. Holding down, so it's a penalty to the Sea Eagles. This is the only way to play the Sea Eagles. You've really got to put it on them. Christian Hoskins on. George is off. Daniel's taken the kick for the line. He's got it to the halfway mark. 40 metres out from the Panthers try line. Now Ben's going to take the tap. And here goes Christian. He wants the ball. He's turned his back, but you can't go anywhere with your back to the play. So they're 35 metres out. Hookie was the main tackler. There's another mistake from the Sea Eagles. And that's good football from the Panthers. They're forcing the Sea Eagles into making mistakes. Christian's the main tackler there. Here goes Hookie. Hookie's into him. Ben's got him. Peter Masters, the other tackler. There's Henry's the dummy half. There's Tom. Tom's a hard man. He's still going. Great run, Tom. 10 metres, hard yakka that was. Shaden's got the ball. Rungy's come on the inside. He's through. Oh, he's passed it to Neville, nobody, and the Sea Eagles have come up with the ball. And that's what the Panthers can't afford to do. They threw the ball away, and that's Peter Masters. He's got it back to the halfway mark. Here they go. Big side, beautiful runner with the ball side. But they've got to get right into him and try and force him into error. If you see, is the game breaker. It's been a good game so far. It's the Rebbies over the top. They're 30 metres out. Now they're going to go. Daniel's got the ball. Turned it back inside. 25 metres out. Got plenty of tackles up their sleeve, the Sea Eagles. And there's been a bit of a knock-on. Penalty. He wasn't square. That's silly football from the Panthers. But they were looking a bit ragged, so maybe that could be a good let-off for the Panthers. Because they really, Sea Eagles could really kick the goal. They're going to go for the line. This is where the Sea Eagles are dangerous. It's an easy 2 points, but they're going to attack. And that's been the mantra for the Sea Eagles all year. Try and score the tries. So here goes the ball to Stanley. Stanley's got the ball out to Christian. Christian's been brought down 10 metres out. That's tackle 1. Out it goes to Mel. Mel's passed the ball out. They're 10 metres out, the Sea Eagles. They've got to get it out wide. They've got winners out wide. But Daniel's passed the big ball out his side. He's got away from Joe Vasissi, but he's been brought down over the top.
Rush up, they're not ready.
They're letting the Sea Eagles run. They've got to slow them up. Oh, yes. That was lucky, but Oki got hold of him. Yes, he was off. Mel was off. Then Ben's run off. Got the ball out to Jawan. He's got it out wide. They've got an overlap here, but it's been covered up. Last tackle come up. They're going to go for the ball. They got in. The Sea Eagles have got in. That's all from Stanley. And I can't. It's good football from Stanley. He's done it all year and they haven't learned. He'll go into dummy half. He just puts a little kick in for the outside man and they've got away with a try. So instead of going for a goal, they've got 4 points and a possible 6. And that's the beauty of these PNG guys. They just know what to do at the right time. There's a dinky little kick from Stanley. The winger was aware of it. He's dived over. So it's now 4-2 with a kick to come. We've got a long way to go. Time off, the referee says, for the injury. But Stanley's done that all year. I've seen him do it a dozen times, but apparently the Tupapa Panthers haven't seen it. And that's where Stanley and Ben, especially those two, they're dangerous when they let it happen. There's signs on the hill, let's go Sea Eagles, and that's been their call all year. Daniel's got this lined up, he's a confidence kicker. If he can kick the first one, he'll have a good day at kicking. If he don't kick the first one, it could be a long day at the office for him. That's 4-2. Kick to come, you should have a good angle on the kick with the camera. Big mops is coming on for the Panthers. Beautiful kick, Daniel. Never looked like this. Great kick. So it's 6-2. The Sea Eagles are in front. So the Panthers have got to stay with this team. They can't let them get away. But that's just a bit of individual brilliance from one of these PNG guys. So Nathaniel's on the field. Aussie, they call him. He's kicking off. He's a left footer, nice high kick. Here they come. Just Devon got it out to the 30-metre mark. They're running here. Oh, big run. Gosh, that's a good run. 40 metres out. Rungi's the main tackler. They've got to get stuck into them, the Panthers. They can't afford to let this machine get into top gear. He's a big run, that's from Mel. He's a good footballer, Mel. Tom was the main tackler. And Stanley put another kick up. Ben's chasing it, they let it bounce. Oh, trouble here, but Rudy's covered it up. It's going to be a goal line dropout, but that was trouble for the Panthers. Very lucky the Panthers to survive that one. So we've got a goal line dropout. And while that's happening, I want to thank Raro Cars for sponsoring the league, PTS Plumbing, Origin Gas, Tupapa Centre, Clearana FM, and especially Blue Sky for helping us with the internet. So we've got the Panthers. The Panthers are taking a bit of time. They've got to get composed because it's not working for them at the moment. Oh, it's a terrible kick. It's gone to their main player. Ben's got the ball. He's looking for somebody. There's Christian. Ussa's out on the field. Ussa will take the next one up. So they're only 30 metres out from the Panthers try line. Here goes Ussa. Great run, Ussa. Great run. He's lucky to be stopped there. The Sea Eagles are getting into top gear. They're starting to look good. And they look like the favourites for this game. Quick play the ball from the Sea Eagles. Out they come. Daniel's looking for runners. It's gone to Ben. Oh, Jawan's knocked that on. The only reason it was knocked on is because the Panther moved up very quickly to cut it off. Otherwise, they had all sorts of trouble. And the Panthers, if they're going to beat this team, they've got to move up fast and try and chop off the ball, because when the Sea Eagles get into full flight, they're a great sight to watch. So we've got a scrum going down. It's the Panthers scrum and feed. They're 20 metres out from their own try line. They're looking a bit worse for the wear. Panthers are struggling at the moment. You can only watch the players. They're walking. There's CO. They know he's a danger, and they've chopped him off very quickly. Bobby Hanson, the coach for the Seagulls, has done a real good job coaching. He's told them where the dangers are in the Panthers. And as soon as the danger men get the ball, they're chopping them off. Here goes Big Mop. Big young Fijian boy. He's on the halfway mark. And he's got bad hands too, but he's hung on to it. There's Shaden's got the ball. Rungy's off again, but nobody runs with Rungy, and one day he's going to go through and he'll be looking for somebody to pass, and there's nobody there. Shaden's put the kick up. It's come across field. It's gone. Jawan safe under the ball. He's caught the ball. He's 20 metres out. He's still going. He's been dropped. Tuori was the main tackler. Here's Alan Toe. Alan's fast, but they got hold of him. And that was Aussie and Rungy. The big run there. He's still going, the Sea Eagles. Oh, that's silly football. That is silly football. Mate, that is so... You got him under pressure, and that's Aussie. He's given him an easy penalty. It just kills you. They're going to get 30 metres without trying, and they've got 6 more tackles. They're coach killers, those penalties. And the coach, Darren Perry, wouldn't be happy about that. It's been a great game of football. Very close, 6-2. And we've got a penalty. Daniel's going to kick for the line. He's only going to look for a bit of distance. 40 metres out from the Panthers try line. And here comes the Panther. Here comes the Sea Eagles. Peter Masters is going to take the tap. Out it goes to Ben. Out to Christian. Christian's been tackled. They didn't make much ground, but they got the ball. Thomas is the main tackler. Out to Stanley. Out they come. Oh, great hit. Great hit from Uki and Rungy, but Uki was the main tackler. He goes big sigh. So he's been quiet out there because they've knocked him around. Out they come again. Daniel's the main player. He's got the ball out the bend there. Juwan's running the ball. They got an overlap here. They've got an overlap. Rudy's got him. Otherwise that was going to be trouble for the Panthers again. They're starting to fall apart, the Panthers. Juwan's just dancing around. They're in the middle of a field. They've got plenty of tackles up their sleeve. Last tackle coming up, sorry. Stanley's off. He's put a little kick over the top again. Another plan move. The Sea Eagles are in again. Great football, Sea Eagles. Great football, Sea Eagles. You can't compete against that sort of football. Sorry, my throat's dry. But Captain Mooka and the boys in the Avana Fishing Club, they'll be cheering and they'll be enjoying this. But that's just great football from the Sea Eagles. You can't compete against that, especially when you're standing there watching them, letting them do what they're doing. But the Panthers have got to realise they're still in this game. But they've got to make some adjustments to their game because they're standing there waiting for the Sea Eagles to do something. And when you let the Sea Eagles make the decisions, you're not going to stop them. You've got to make them make decisions and hope that they make a bad decision. Daniel's got this lined up. It's on the right. He loves this side of the field. So I'd say he'll probably kick this. But I think the Panthers are in all sorts of trouble here. I noticed Stanley's out there limping. The PNG guys are all got lime green boots. Oh, he's missed it. But if you have a look at the PNG players, somebody must be sponsoring their boots because they got lime green boots on. There's 3 lime green boots out there, and they're all the PNG players. It's been a great game of football so far. It's 10-2. And unless the Panthers wake up to themselves, they're going to be in all sorts of trouble. They've got to be the next to score. And that all comes from a silly mistake in a tackle. There's a big long kick. Joanne's caught the ball. Oh, good tackle. That's what they've got to do. They've got to move up and knock him over. He's lost the ball. Here's a bit of luck for the Panthers. It's a knock on from the Sea Eagles. We're going to have she won't go to the linesman. She's made the decision. The Sea Eagles are saying, go to the linesman. She's saying, hey, I know the rules. You've lost the ball in the tackle. We've got a scrum going down 20 metres out. It's going to be a Panthers scrum and feed. And the Panthers haven't been down there for a long time, and they've got to try and make something of this.
That's nice. The people here say my finger.
They've got plenty of winners out wide, and Tua hasn't been in the game. He's got the ball now. He's something of it. He's got it out to Rudy. Rudy's a good footballer. But see, they've got Rudy covered. Ben was there to help Alan. Ben's the main man in this Sea Eagles team. He's a great little footballer. Tua's got the ball out wide. They've given it to Mops, and Mops is big run. Great tackle out wide. Tainer Savage has run himself. He had plenty of men out wide. He should have passed it. Got plenty of tackles up their sleeve. They're 2 metres out. They've come to the blind again. They're not going to get through the Sea Eagles that easy. Out they go. Aussie's got it out wide. That's Shaden. Shaden's throwing dummies. Tua's got the ball. They've got him. He's still going. He's just a metre out from the try line. Last tackle coming up. And they're going to go. Shaden's put a little kick in. It's across the field. It's going to go dead. And that's a bad option from the Panthers. Ben's going to take a quick tap and he's off. He's off. Lucky they got hold of him. Rungy got him because he was going to be off. Oh, big hit. Big hit. That should have nearly been a penalty, that one. That's from Big Mop. Here goes Mel. I think the Panthers must have had a talk behind the goal line and told they probably saying to themselves, if we don't get stuck into these blokes, we're going to lose this game. Big run, 40 metres out, the Sea Eagles. They're on the march, the Sea Eagles. Slow play the ball. This Christian's got the ball. Oh, big hit. Big hit over the top. 6 tackle. They're going to blind again. That's Peter Masters. They put the kick up again. Rudy's got hold of it. Got Rudy. Rudy's off. But Stanley's got off the ground to get hold of him. Here they go. Go Henry! Henry's got the ball. Oh, they're into it. But I think the Panthers have told themselves they've got to get into this game and they've got to be the next to score. Here goes Big Mops, good young footballer, got bad hands and fortunately he hasn't dropped it yet. Out they come to Shaden. Shaden's team. Rungy's off, but there's nobody with him. He needs help. Oh, Size knocked it on. The only reason Size knocked it on because there was no Panthers running with him. You can't have your man go up the middle and nobody follow him. And Darren Peary will be pulling his hair out. So the Panthers have made a switch. Henry's come off. He's got a rib injury. And out it comes. That's Tainer Savage. Has gone through him, but there's nobody with him. Gosh, Panthers, follow the ball. Go with the player. That's Sarevi's got the ball. He's 15 metres out. Is there a big chance, the Panthers? They're going to go to a blind. That's Rungy been brought down right on the try line. There's a penalty. They need 6 more tackles, the Panthers. They've got a penalty a metre out. But the Panthers have got to score before half time to get into this game. They've lifted the intensity. Here goes CO, but it's... Oh, they said, come here, CO. Big hit from the Sea Eagles. Here goes Mops. He's... Oh, another big tackle. The crowd's going wild here. Out they come again. Aussie's got the ball out. Great defence, the Sea Eagles. I haven't seen Sea Eagles defence like this for ages. It's 6-4. 6-4 Panthers. They've got the ball out wide. They got it out wide. Tainer Savage is dancing around. They've got to throw the ball around and try and get around these Sea Eagles because they're very strong in the middle of the field. There's another big run. That's Lua. And they've lost the ball. They've lost the ball, the Panthers. It's a Sea Eagle ball, 5 metres out from their own try line. That's Jawan. Great game of football is Alan Toe. He's been dropped 30 metres out. That was to Ori. Oh, his big run, Stanley. Here goes the big kick. And you could see the winger wasn't home. Rudy's going to round it up. Oh, no. Alan Toe, he's got the ball out.
Go to him.
Tua's off. He's off. He's off. He's a great runner. They've got him covered. He's got it out wide to Neville Nobody. CO's got the ball. They've turned it inside. They're off. It's out wide. And it's a Sea Eagle ball. The knock on. The knock on and it's half time. So we'll be back for the second half. And I hope it's as exciting as the first half. But the Sea Eagles are leading 10-2. A great game of football.
Come on, boys!
I don't agree. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the second half.
It's fighting tonight. Oh, tonight.
And it's 10-2 in favour of the Sea Eagles, and at the moment they're playing better football than the Panthers. They're just a class above them at the moment, and the Panthers, I hope they've had a big talk at half time. They've got to get into the game. They've got to be the next to score, otherwise these Sea Eagles are going to run all over them. It's been a great game of football. The referee's done a great job and we're off. It's a Faniel's kicked the ball. It's deep. They kick it to Ben. I haven't seen Ben drop a ball in 2 years. But they still kick to him and he catches every one of them. So here goes Jawan. He's 20 metres out. He's a good little footballer, Jawan. He's not a big man, but gosh, he's a good footballer. And here they come. At least the Panthers are stiffening up their defence. That's Uki over the top. Sorry, it was Mops. But the Panthers look a bit wary on their fitness for me. The Sea Eagles seem to be a lot fitter. Ben's put a little kick in because there's nobody, and Ben's got it. They're in trouble. Inside pass. That's gone forward. Gone forward. Great football from the PNG boy. He's just thrown it. He's taken off. If that had been a good pass, they were going to be under the post. And that is just a real good turn of luck for the Panthers. They were going to be in all sorts of trouble there. What good football from the Sea Eagles. There's another one out run from the Panthers. They've got to run in pairs. Slow play the ball. He's injured. There's Big Eric. He's one out. You can't beat the Sea Eagles running one out. You've got to run out in pairs. There's Rungy. Oh, Size said, come here. There's 40 metres out. That's the third tackle. Shaden's got the ball. Thrown an inside ball. Fourth tackle. 35 metres out. They're off. They've thrown it down. Oh, they said, come here. We're not falling for the dummy. Last tackle coming up. That's been 6 tackles of nothing. And they've put a kick up. It's gone up in the air. 2 is chasing it. They've made a mess of it. And Trio's got the ball out. And it's going to be a knock on. Knock on by the Panthers. Sorry, the Sea Eagles. So we're going to have a scrum. That's a bit of luck that the Panthers needed, but it just didn't come off. So we've got an injured man on the field. But this is going to be an exciting second half. But it's a credit to the Sea Eagles. They seem to be a lot fitter than the Panthers.
Oh, wait, no. It was hitting a wrist.
So we've got when it eventually starts, we're going to have a scrum going down 10 metres out from the Sea Eagles try line. And it's going to be a Panthers scrum and feed. And they must come away from this 6 tackles with some points. So Shade Marnie's got the ball. Out it comes. They're standing still, they're just passing it to one another, they're not going forward. And you're not going to beat the Sea Eagles that way, you've got to go forward to make the ground. Ben's had a tremendous game, he's the main tackler again. He's a good little footballer. Here we go, the big man up the middle, but there's nobody with him. I wish they could listen. Silly football, and Eric's tried to take a quick tap and he's made a mess of it.
Yes!
And this is going to be in trouble here. He's kicked the ball away. I don't think she'll just talk to him, that'll be it. But the Panthers have got to run in pairs, they've got to attack this line. They're not going to get anywhere running one out. And the Sea Eagles are just outsmarting them at the moment. I think that's the final warning for a silly foul penalty like that. So what's the Panthers going to do? You're going to take a tap. There's Tua. He's the wrong man to take the ball up, but he's a metre out. There's Big Eric. He's pushing into him. And he's been dropped right on the try line. They're just trying to score. They need to score here. They've got it out wide. They're still going, they're a metre out, tackle 3. Rudy's tried to go over from the dummy half, that's not going to work. They've got winners out wide, but they're not using them. But Shaden, he's the man, Rungy Cole. That's a knock on. He's lost the ball. It's a knock on. It's an interesting call because he was tackled. He's lost the ball forward. He hit the player, went back to him. But I think it'll be an Eagles scrum and feed. The referees had a good game. No controversy. Rudy's dead over on the other side of the field. He's limping around. The Seals got the ball. Out it comes. Big run. 25 metres out their own try line. That was Peter Masters. There's Juwan's had a great game, Juwan. They're 35 metres out from their own try line. Here they come again, those lime green boots. It's the PNG boys. And they're just playing great football, the Sea Eagles. Out they come, Big Si. Leads with his elbow. They got him on the halfway mark. Two is the main, he's trouble. Good football, good football. They're off the Sea Eagles. They passed the level, nobody. And Mops has got the ball. That's great football from the Sea Eagles, but it didn't come off. They got Rungy and they killed him. But the Panthers haven't learned from the first half. That's Oki, nobody with him. He went to pass the ball. There was nobody running onto it. There's Tainer, Savage, and the Sea Eagles are just being monsters. They've killed them. And the referee's stopping the play. There's an injured player here. But I don't know what the Panthers are got to do. They're running one out. Rudy's off. Rudy's injured. So Henry's going back on, and I think Henry's got bad ribs. But the Sea Eagles, gosh, they're a good team. We haven't seen a team play football like this in Rarotonga for a long time. They're just completing the game. They're just dominating the game. Sorry. That's the Panther supporters cheering Rudy. Tainer Savage is playing the ball. Davita's the halfback. Here we go. That's Mops. He's one out. Not going to go anywhere. He's on the halfway mark. Daniel's the main tackler. Here we go. Oh, he's got the ball. He's gone 100 yards backwards. Shaden's kicked the ball. So they're all offside. Now they're onside because he's touched the ball. Great run from the Sea Eagles. They got hold of him. They've got to stiffen the defence up, the Panthers. That big mark to Artie, big run mark. 40 metres out from the Panthers try line. There's the green line boots, the green line boots. There's another big run. Devon. Out it comes to the man, Ben. Daniel's throwing dummies, out they come. They've let Sly get back into this game. They've got to start knocking him around. Yes! Oh! Yes! That's a knock on. So we're going to be off then. Ben's tried to pick it up one-handed. He could see there was an opening on the blind side, but he's knocked it on. They've got to change over. Sio's got the ball. Stanley's just tackled him. Gone nowhere. He goes Rungy, one out. Great run, Rungy, but there's nobody with you, son. He's just short of a halfway mark. George, the main tackler. Here's big Eric. Good run, Eric. 40 metres out. Nobody with you, Eric. Here we go again. There's a kick off the side of the boot. Two is chasing it. Juwan is too smart for that. Good run, Juwan. Here they go, Ben's off. He's seen they're all asleep. He's off. Ben's off. He's going to get away. Great football, Ben. He's off. Great football, Sea Eagles. Great individual try. Superstar. Ben Weeman, superstar. And you can't stop that. Great football, Sea Eagles. Great football, Sea Eagles. Crowd goes wild. That's how good the man is. And the drums are beating. The drums are beating for the PNG boy. What a try. What a try in the grand final. And that's a fitting end to a guy who has just been a superstar since he's been here. And there's the three green line boots together. And it's all Sea Eagles at the moment. Well, PNG Sea Eagles anyway. But he's a great little man, Ben. I was talking to him this morning because he lives just up the road, and I said, how are you feeling? He said, I feel like Superman today. And to me, he's just proved it. He has just outsped the Panthers. And individually, he's just a great, great footballer. Man of the match by a mile. And he's put the ball right underneath the arches, so it's an easy kick for Daniel. And this, unless the Panthers wake up to themselves, this is going to get right away from them. But this has been a great game of football. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it comes up like this. And the boys from the Avana Fishing Club, they'll be beside themselves because they're all Sea Eagle supporters. And I hope it's coming up good on the internet, on our live stream. It's 16-2 to the Sea Eagles. And it's all Sea Eagles. And while this kick's being taken, I just want to thank our sponsors, Raro Cars for sponsoring the competition, PTS Plumbing, Origin Gas, the Tupapa Centre and Kirana FM. And they've kicked at the Ben benches. I've just run 100 yards. I don't want to run again. And I want to thank Blue Sky for helping us out with the live streaming. And the Sea Eagles are all running on full tanks of petrol. They're pushing each other out of the way to get the ball. Great run, Mel. Great run, Mel. And here we go, big side. Side. Great pass. Great run, side. Great run, side. Side's come good. They're letting him run. Here goes Daniel throwing a note. Oh, Juwan's got it. And the Panthers are on the rack. Last tackle coming up. Out it's gone to Ben. Ben's put it up high, but Tua's going to let it bounce. Oh, unlucky. Allen's tried to hit it in. Let's play on, but they've lost the ball. It's a lucky break for the Panthers, because that was another try coming. But we haven't seen a team like this in Rarotonga for a long time. The Sea Eagles are just a magic team. And you've got to, like, here's the Panthers, one out, sideways. Here goes Seo, he's been dropped. Great tackle. Great tackle. They've made our second best team look ordinary. Oh, they've hit Tua with everything. And there's Shade, and he says, Mop. Look at the Sea Eagles' defence. Their attack's good, but their defence is just as good. And Shaden's kicking straight down the throat of the fullback. Juwan's got the ball. Shaden's got him covered. He's still going. Oh! Lucky they put him down gently, otherwise there's going to be a penalty. They're on the halfway mark, the Sea Eagles. And Stanley's calling his troops. looks like also to me. Oh, big hit from Eric. We haven't seen enough of it. That was on Mel. Here goes George. They've saved George. I don't know if he's fit or not, but this is the sort of time when George comes good. He's pushing and shoving. 30 metres out, the Sea Eagles. Out it comes to Ben. Ben's going to run it himself. Oh! He set Andrew up for a big run. Here's Theo. Oh, Si's got hold of him and banged him to the ground. Big hit. Andrew and Si over the top. Not only are they a good attacking team, they're a good defensive team. They've been a credit to Sea Eagles. They've lifted the standard of this competition up a long, long way. The Panthers have got the ball on the halfway mark. Out it come to Shaden. Shaden throwing dummies. Nobody's falling for it. Serevi's got the ball. They don't look like scoring, the Panthers, at the moment. There's Tom. Tom's one out. Shaden put a little kick in. He's got away, but been covered up by the lime green boots. That's Stanley. Allen. Oh, Allen's run into a bell ringer. That's Big Eric. That's Peter Masters. Been a good team effort to Sea Eagles. You can't complain about it, Joanne. He's trying to throw dummies. Stanley's the dummy half. They're going to run themselves. They're looking for a break. Oh, they got them. Here's Joanne. He's up the middle. They got him by one leg. This last tackle coming up. They're out wide. Oh, play on. Play on. 6 more tackles. Lost the ball. Raked out. Raked out by the Panthers. So we've got a penalty 10 metres out to the Sea Eagles. And that's just desperate football from the Panthers because the Sea Eagles were all over them. We've got a big crowd in here today and they're getting their money's worth. This is the best game of football we've had on Rarotonga for years. And they're all Sea Eagles fan and there's signs on the hill. Let's go Sea Eagles. But what a great game of football. You can't say enough about it. So we've got a penalty to the Sea Eagles, 10 metres out. Stanley's got the ball. He's talking to everybody. You got to look for the main man wherever he is. He's got the orange headgear. He's out wide. There's Si trying to get over. He's dropped him right on the try line. Ben's out in the centre, so that's where it's going to go. Daniel's looking for him. Out he comes at the back here. Now Ben's on the blind side. He wants the ball. Oh, put the ball down, Allen, otherwise he was over. They're just playing terrific football, the Sea Eagles. Can't say enough good things about them. So I've got a scrum going down 10 metres out from the Panthers try line. And there's a big gap between first and second in our competition. While the scrum's going down, I just want to thank our sponsors, Raro Cars, Origin Gas, PTS Plumbing, the Tupapa Centre, Kiarana FM 89.5 on the dial. And they've been with us all year. There's CO, but he's not fast enough. They've got hold of him. They've got hold of him. He's on the halfway mark. And the Panthers have got to get a taxi to catch up with him. Oh, he's run into Andrew and he's run into a cement truck. And Andrew's put him down. Here we go, this is Thomas. and they haven't been up this end of the field for a long while. Shaden's got the ball. They're 30 metres out. Last tackle coming up, so the lottery ball's going to go up in the air. They're running the ball. Tua's got it out wide. It's been knocked on. Knocked on. And the crowd's going wild. They've seen a great game of football here today. And the Panthers are a good team. And I'm not knocking them, but the Sea Eagles are just a class above them. And they've played some magic football, the Sea Eagles. They've been doing it all year. And they're in a different class of their own. Here goes George. George just about ready to break out. There's a big run. He's over the halfway mark. He wants a quick play. The ball is not coming. The Panthers are tackling everything, but they just can't hold this maroon tide. Ben's throwing dummies. He's giving it to big Andrew, but Andrew didn't have the old foot on the accelerator. They come to the blind side. His side. Shaden's got one leg. That's not going to tackle him. It's like a ant on a giant. Here we go. Daniel's got the boys running out the Ben. He's gone to the winger. That's Peter Masters. Peter's got the ball on the inside. They put the kick up in the air, and it's been recovered by the Panthers. Ben's down. He's got a cramp. So it's a Panthers ball. There we go again. Panthers one out. And when you see this happening, you know that's a team that's well beaten. They've lost for ideas. They're 40 metres out from their own try line. There's another one out run. They got no idea what to do, the Panthers. Oh, they passed the ball. They passed the ball. That looks like big mops to me. It's on the halfway mark. And he's injured. Been a very physical game. Andrew's clapping. I think that might be Serevi on the ground, but if you want a competitor, big Andrew George, or Talinga as they call him, he just plays to 100%. He wants to get out there and win the game. And he's a good bloke too. It's been played in a good spirit, this game. It's been all Sea Eagles. It's been a good, clean game. The referees had a good game. And it's been a credit to the Cook Island Rugby League, this game. We've got a huge crowd in. There's people everywhere. The hill's sparse, but on the club side where we are, there's people everywhere. There's not a vacant seat in the stand. There's people everywhere. It's been a great game of football, this one. And here comes this big fella's off. Rungy's back on. So Thomas has got the ball. He's going to play it. Andrews the dummy half. The referee says, play the ball. They put a kick up in the air. Been, dropped. Been put down. She says it's gone backwards, so it's play on. Joanne's got the ball. Oh, now that's a dangerous tackle. They picked him up and dropped him, and he wasn't happy about it. This is Mel. Mel's had a great game. He's not fashionable, but God, he's a tough man. And here we go. Ben's chasing this. I think he's in front of a kicker. Oh, unlucky Ben. Ben's down again. Ben's got a cramp. Oh, they're still willing the tackles. Peter Masters is the tackler there, and it's been a big tackle. Here they go again. This is Tori, but they've just got no idea what to do, the Panthers. Taina Savage has put a kick in. It's play on, it's the Sea Eagles ball, and it's all Sea Eagles. Nothing's worked for the Panthers. The tackle count starts again. Here's trouble, he's through. Ankle tap. That was Matthew, he was nearly home. Now the Panthers have got to defend their line again. Stanley's trying Michael 2. The crowd will tell you. Drums are beating. And you know the silly part about that try. The Sea Eagles have done that all year, and the Panthers still haven't woken up to it. The dummy half runs one way, the man cuts back the other way, and they score. They would have scored 20 tries this season that way, and we still haven't woken up to it. It all comes off the PNG player. But gosh, the Sea Eagles have been good today. Can't say enough good things about them. And our second best team are shattered. It's been a great performance from the Sea Eagles. Yeah, the Panthers are 2. They scored in the first couple of minutes. And they haven't been in the game ever since. But that move the Sea Eagles have used every game, and they score every time they use it. But the Panthers, I know them all personally, and I'm looking at them and they are shattered. CO's a mile offside, but who cares? Daniel says, I want to pass it to somebody, but there's nobody running. It's been a great game today. And it's been a great game if you're a Sea Eagle supporter. And here's Sai. He's nearly got through. Somebody's got these fluorescent green boots on sale in town somewhere because there's 6 pair of them out there. Here goes Big Andrew. He's a big runner, Andrew. And they still haven't got him down. Out they come to Ben, the main man. Ben's throwing a dummy. He's giving it to George. George is dancing around. Still going. Got the ball out. Here we go. Stanley's off. Throwing a dummy, but nobody fell for it.
That's Mel.
Oh, sorry, it was Mel.
Doesn't help that they're all wearing the same boots, are they?
Last tackle coming up. Oh, he is play on. Lock on. Luckily, she's ruled it's come off the Sea Eagles. They're all arguing, but the referee hasn't made a mistake all day, Daniel. So we've got a scrum going down. Oh, Daniel's saying it's come off a Panther player, so she's going to put a scrum down 10 metres out. It's going to be a Sea Eagles scrum and feed. And the difference this young lady has made to this game has been tremendous. She's done a tremendous job. And I thought the players were complaining, but they were only explaining to her that it had actually come off a Penrith player. So the more pressure for the Panthers. Here we go. Run around the 3 PNG players. And they're in the corner. They're in the corner. And it's a cakewalk. And And the crowd goes wild. And that's PNG to PNG to PNG. And the Panthers are mesmerised. And what a great game of football we're seeing here today. And I can't say enough about these PNG players. They have been extraordinary today. They have just shown us how good they are. And the best player on the field by a mile is Ben, but he's followed by Mel and Stanley. They've just had an outstanding game. When they get together, they're just special players, these three guys. They play in the same team in New Guinea, and their decision making is just, they know what each other's going to do, and this has been a great display of football. I feel sorry for the Panthers. They've just run into a hot team, and the Tupapa Panthers aren't a bad team, but they've been made look second or third rate. And I think the Panther supporters would be hoping the bell rings, because this is going to get right away from them. Daniel's kicking well. There's no pressure on him. He's on the sideline, so he'll probably put it over the white spot, because there's no black spots. But the crowd is loving this game. It's a shame it's the end of our competition, because we were playing again next week. Everybody on the island will be here to watch these guys, and he's missed a kick. And we've still got a few minutes to go. 26-2. And the only time the Panthers have been in front, they led 2-0 early. And it's been a cakewalk ever since. And what a great game of football we've seen here today at the stadium. And we're getting into the dying seconds of the game, so I just want to thank our sponsors and all. It's a false start from the Panthers, but I want to especially thank Raro Cars and Don Carlo for putting up his sponsorship. They keep kicking the Ben. I've watched that guy for 2 seasons and he has not dropped the ball, and they keep kicking to him. Don Carlo from Raro Cars. Blue sky. George is just trying to run straight over the top of blokes over there. Ben's off again. He's off again. He's had a great game, Ben. Lovely young bloke. He's a lovely young man, Ben. He's injured. He's been down 2 or 3 times with cramps. And there we go. Oh, big hit. Big hit. It's too late. But our other sponsors, Origin Gas, PTS Plumbing, Tupapa Centre, and Kirana FM Radio, 89.5 FM on the dial. And here we go. His 2 are running. He's thrown a dummy. Juan's got a hold of him. Oh, he's knocked him down. He's on the halfway mark. Here we go, Sarevi. They got hold of him. He's 40 metres out. This might be the last dance for the Panthers. Tainer Savage has got the ball, but there's nobody with him. And they are shell-shocked. The referee's given them a penalty. They've taken the tap. But he's taken the tap and there's nobody with him, and they've picked him up and drove him into the ground. He's 15 metres out. Oh, Thomas has got the ball. He's going to get, he's been dropped right on the try line and lost the ball. And they're off, but the referee says, come back, we'll have a scrum. But if you don't enjoy this game, you'll never enjoy a game of football, because this has been a cracking game of football. And I am so pleased and proud to be here to watch this today, because this is the best team effort I've seen on this island for 10 years. They are just outstanding, the Sea Eagles. I can't say enough good things about them. And Rudy's coming back on, and they're only bringing him on because they're desperate for players. But the Sea Eagles have been magnificent today. They've been magnificent all year, but this is a level above what we've seen all through the year. And it's a credit to Bobby Hanson and his team, because they've done really well. They've got this team fired up, they're fit, they're ready to go. Here goes Size, oh, they got hold of him. He's knocking blokes over like 10 pin. CO knocked him over. That's a forward pass, ref, but who cares?
The sub can't go on until a check comes out.
It's Big Andrew, he's off. He had Big Mark Twatty with him. He hadn't got the ball away. That would have been interesting. And here we go, with a little kick over the top. Jawan's come up with it. He's knocked it on. But that was a set move from the Sea Eagles. And they've got some great plays, the Sea Eagles. It's all around these PNG players. George has brought him down 40 metres out from the Panthers try line. Tavita's having a run. Here's Rungy. Rungy's never stopped trying, but there's nobody to pass the ball to. Here we go again. Shaden will pass the ball. Oh, they said, come here. Mel says, come here. They're all offside, but it's a big hit on Eric. I think Shaden wouldn't be happy staying in New Zealand after all this, because they've never even got in the game, the Panthers. Here we go, this is Serevi. He's 20 metres out. Here's Rungy. Rungy has never stopped trying, but they just beat him up. Been a great climax to our season, this game. That's a forward pass. And they're going to get in. That's Rudy's got in. So that was a forward pass. The forward pass. So the Panthers have finally scored a try, but too late. Too late. But that's just a consolation try, but the Panthers are going to go home a very sore and sorry team.
6 points to the Panthers, winning on conversion.
But it's been a great game of football. It's a pleasure to be here to watch this game, because I have seen something I haven't seen in the Cook Islands for a long time, a team that plays like this football. And I don't want to emphasise too much on the PNG players, but gosh, they've made a difference. These two teams played in the grand final last year, and the Panthers won the game. But this year, they're not even in the same. They're not even in the same class. Until it's a shocking kick. Never ever left the boot at all. It's been a great game of football. They're starting to get the shield ready and they're getting the cup ready. So we must be getting towards the end of the game. But I hope you enjoy this game. It's been a great game. I hope it comes over well on television. And from Dave, the cameraman, the owner of Vaka TV, and myself, I hope you've enjoyed our coverage this year, and hopefully we'll be back next year, but we'll see what happens. But we're going to see something that we haven't seen all day. The Sea Eagles are kicking off. Other than kicking off for one half, it's the only time they've been here. And Joanne's put it down. And the Sea Eagles will let it bounce. And our poor old Rungy says, I'll take it up. They have battered. They've battered Rungy. Oh. Come here, Eric. They're into him. Andrew loves this sort of game. He's a warrior, Andrew George, number 8. Just a great footballer.
What's in? Number 8. Look. Go Shannon! Go Shannon! Go Shannon!
He's gone out. So we've got a scrum going down. It's 30 metres out from the Seagulls try line. (26-6). I think the Panthers have done well to just hold them to 20 points. Here we go. (40 metres out). Sea Eagles ball. They must know it's nearly time as they're just running one out. They're looking for the full-time bell. Been a hard game, this one. They're over the halfway mark. There's a Sea Eagle down with cramps. Here they go again. Oh! He's lost the ball. Been played in good spirit this game. There's been no untoward via. It's been just a great hard game of football. Beautiful afternoon in Rarotonga. And if you don't enjoy this game of football, you're going to be hard to please. And the Panthers supporters are going to go home very disappointed. But the Sea Eagles people will be cheering and talking about this game for years to come. There's a Panther with a cramp, I think. And there's a Sea Eagle with a cramp. And it's nearly all over. There's a lull in the game. Off they go.
Come on.
40 metres out from the Panthers try line. Oh, and they've lost the ball. They just don't want to run. And the timekeeper's taken the jacket off, so we're getting close to full time. We must be in the last few minutes. It's getting cool. Out it goes. Daniel's got the ball. 30 metres out to Sea Eagles. And they'll probably try and put on. Ben's got the ball. They've probably gone out to the winger. He's off. Peter Masters. They'll probably try and finish on a flurry, the Sea Eagles. We've seen some special tries here today. The Sea Eagles didn't have a marker, so the Panthers have come up with the ball. 10 metres out from their own try line. There's Tua trying to do his best, but there's Sea Eagles everywhere, and big size got him. And the timekeeper's taken a jacket off, so we must be near full time. That's Sio's running sideways, and they've got hold of him. He's lost the ball. Lost the ball. So we've got a scrum going down, 40 metres out from the Panthers try line. We're into the last minute, I'd say. It has just been a great game of football. The timekeeper's picking up the megaphone. She'll be moving to the sideline very shortly. So it's the Sea Eagles scrum and feed. Can they finish? Here goes the timekeeper. So we've got a new champion in the rugby league competition, and it's the the mighty Sea Eagles. And she won't let the scrum pack ring the bell. There's dead Panthers everywhere. Two of them are collapsed. It's been a great game of football. I hope you've enjoyed the telecast. I hope you've enjoyed watching these Sea Eagles because they've been magnificent. You can't see enough about them. And there's been a lot of injuries in the game. There's a lot of tired footballers, but it's been a great game of rugby league for the Rarotonga Cook Island competition. So the referee says play on, but Daniel will probably put it in and kick it out. Oh, they're going to run the ball. Ben's got to move on. He's got Alan Tower chasing it. And Alan Towers, it's gone out. And there's the full-time hooter. Worthy champions, the Sea Eagles. Worthy champions. And I hope you enjoyed the coverage, and we'll see you from the game somewhere in the future. Good evening, and thank you for watching. And from Dave, the cameraman, and myself, I hope you enjoyed the cover. Thank you.
Tupapa.